I've lived through things I don't talk about anymore. But every year when Easter comes around, I remember her. And I remember that cabin. My name's David, and what I'm about to tell you isn't fiction. It's burned into me. It started in 2016, the year I finally decided to take a break from city life. My friend Jack had invited me and a small group to his grandfather's old cabin deep in the woods of Vermont. It was Easter weekend, and we all thought it would be a good idea to disconnect. No phones, no Wi-Fi, just food, drinks, and nature. There were 6 of us. Me, Jack, his girlfriend Rachel, his younger cousin Sammy, our friend Lena, and this guy named Troy who none of us really knew well. On the second day we decided to do a throwback Easter egg hunt for fun, something nostalgic. Jack's cousin found a box of dusty old plastic eggs in the attic that weren't ours. Inside one was a single strip of yellowing paper that read, "Do not wake her." We all laughed it off, thinking it was some old prank from the previous owners. But that night, something started scratching at the door. And it wasn't an animal. We brushed it off as a raccoon or something. But then it happened again, louder, angrier. Lena swore she saw someone standing in the trees with a white veil, just watching. Troy thought it was one of us messing with everyone, but by midnight we were too shaken to laugh. The next morning we found more eggs, not the ones we hid, perfectly placed in a circle around the cabin. Every single one had that same message inside, "Do not wake her." Jack's grandfather, who died years ago, had written journals, and we found one tucked in a cabinet under loose floorboards. What he described didn't sound like a folk tale, it sounded like a warning. A girl named Eloise, who was burned alive on Easter Sunday in 1903 by the townspeople, accused of witchcraft for cursing their children. She was only 10. They said she left behind a hollow, a spiritual echo that returned every Easter. And if you disturbed her ground, especially by bringing eggs, the symbol of rebirth, she'd come back for you. We didn't believe in that kind of stuff. Until Rachel woke up screaming, her back scratched to hell like something had clawed her in her sleep. We tried to leave. We tried. Jack's car wouldn't start, Troy's keys were gone, and the forest outside looked wrong. It was like the trees moved when you weren't looking. And at night, the scratching turned into banging. The eggs started appearing inside the cabin. One sat in the sink, cracked open, and inside was a child's tooth. Lena saw a little girl in the mirror when no one was behind her. Then came the voice, whispering, begging, crying. But sometimes it wasn't a girl. Sometimes, it was this croaking, broken thing that sounded like death itself. On the third night, Sammy vanished. We found a trail of eggs leading into the woods. We followed them, like idiots, and that's when I saw her. A girl in a torn Easter dress, floating just an inch above the ground, her head hanging at an unnatural angle, her mouth sewn shut but bleeding, her eyes black and furious. She looked at me and I swear I felt like I'd never leave that forest. Rachel passed out. Jack started mumbling Eloise's name over and over like he was in a trance. We had woken her and she wasn't going to let us go. I don't remember how we escaped. I only remember waking up 2 days later on the side of a road, half frozen, with Rachel and Jack. No one believed us. Sammy was never found. Lena's body was discovered 2 weeks later, her mouth sewn shut, just like Eloise's, and eggs surrounding her. Troy? She's still missing too. I tried to find that cabin again. It's not on any map. The forest where it stood? Gone like it never existed. Every Easter I get a package. No return address. Inside is a single plastic egg. And in it? That same message, "Do not wake her." I don't open them anymore. I just burn them. But every night leading up to Easter, I hear scratching outside my door. And I pray she doesn't remember me. So if you ever find an egg that wasn't meant to be found, leave it alone. Because once you've woken her, you'll never sleep again.